right, we up. Okay, we up. Gonna launch. This working now. All of a sudden, it's working. All right, we up. All right. Let's see where we streaming at.
Mr. Deity.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, and drink. Grab your glass for some water. Get the chicken container of that water. Get the container of that water. Simply pour your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, and drink. I wish I could. Now, move your body and drink some water. Oh, stretch. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Come on, fam. Just move your body. Support. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, and drink. Now raise your glass to your ancestors. Now raise your glass to your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, and drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Or should I say, breathe, drink, eat, move, and sleep. Culturally appropriate, of course. Take your breath. Live and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Y'all know. Take drink. So we gotta go and do the whole song. And it goes. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Lift and pour. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, live, move, toast. Drink your water. What's up, family? I know the family is like, bruh, you late? You late for a very important date? You know, I'm late. I know. You don't have to tell me no more. I know that I am late. But hey, I want to be able to tell you that I was doing something important, but I was laying down. I literally heard my stomach say hungry. And I could be delusional, but I heard something say, it wasn't my mouth. I heard a growl, and I got where the word hungry come from. It was like hungry. I was like, the fuck? And then it's kind of crazy because, you would think that my family would be used to this. Every time I see my mom like, you look terrible. You look terrible. Like, okay, thank you for your enthusiasm to my venture. And I try to sleep, and my wife pokes me to make sure I'm not dead. I'm like, the fuck going on? Damn. And I just be poking me. Where you get that shirt from?
It was just in my dresser.
Look at that, it's my shirt. It was in your dresser because somebody folded clothes and put it in your place. And that's my shirt. My God. Lord have mercy. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey, y'all. Real life. He know he ain't had no green Gye-Nyame shirt. What color Gye-Nyame shirt you got?
Blue.
Come on, dog. That ain't even your rank. That's a rank shirt right there. Alright, so I got all this film and stuff coming up. You are okay, yep. Did you get the gift? Did you get the gift? That's what I'm concerned about. Ah, man. So we are on day 12. Tomorrow we will be able to drink water together. And on Imani we will be able to drink water together. So join us so that we can have that and have a powerful conversation there. Umoja, we'll be able to drink juice together. We'll be able to drink that ambrosia once again. Oh, sweet, sweet ambrosia. And next week I will be able to start brewing. And speaking of that, Navita, we got to get together to do a commercial for the G&J Mall. Maybe we'll do an open mic or something. I don't know. But I know most of y'all have tuned in for the toast. So y'all gonna have to toast it up for me. Y'all gonna have to lift up the liquids for me. I'm just going to do a verbal toast this morning because y'all know that I am on my 21-day Nguza Saba challenge. We have knocked out 12 days. And right now we are on the downside. We rose up this side of the pyramid. We reached the apex yesterday, and now we're going to be sliding down, and it's going to get easier and easier and easier. Right now I'm on autopilot, so I don't know, that's how I did it. Autopilot. All right, so what was we supposed to do? Oh, see, my mind is slipping, right? I'm about to ask what we supposed to do. We supposed to toast. So family, lift up the glasses for me. And let's just share the energy. All right, so here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator. And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of our illustrious, beautiful ancestors. Our tribe, our spiritual tribe. That provides us with protection and guidance and upliftment when we need it. We call on Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin the Texana Davis, Herm Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walton, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lean, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, No More X, Pat Mott, Rob Malika Fakor, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullian, the Luxter brothers, Miss Edith Brooke Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs. Where am I at? Alright, let me start. Mr. Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae. Lord have mercy. I need me a drink of water. But we're going to make it through. So I'm going to start at Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rindham, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Burt Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine. Lost my place again. I had it going. Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jerome Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Levester, Moore Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Elder Amitab Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Paris, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Frederick Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Adam Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Ether Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jay Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle. Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you pack y'all some lunches, please?
Okay.
Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gina Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Willen and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Ann Nino Baby Hatch, Senior Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dan Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Preston Stevenson, Ray Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Emania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Topp, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Kundle, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denise Gorey, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Hassan, Nigel Turner, Albert Woods, Geneva Simmons, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambu. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors and we salute and we say, Ashe. From near family, we move to the present moment. And right now we are on Nia. We want to hunt Nia down today, activate. We're going to activate our reticular formations and we're going to seek out Nia in action. And we're going to post it up, hashtag Nia in action, hashtag Nia found, hashtag. And for those that don't know what Nia means purpose. So we're looking for purpose. So you could also hashtag purpose found, hashtag purpose in action, right? So Nia is the day. Nia is the moment that we are in right now. Purpose for those that don't speak the language. Balance is the meiotic principle. Yellow is the color. I got all my shirts. Rhythm. Rhythm is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kofi. Female name is Afua. Hey Afua, how you doing? We lift up our glass and we salute this moment, because in saluting this moment, we are solidifying our pact with our past, and that's our ancestors, and we're meeting our pact with our future. And the pact is that we never forget our ancestors, because hell for African is being forgotten. And also, we lift up the memories and we learn from them and we advance from them so that we can expand our territory in all areas of life. You know what I'm saying? In all areas, and, you know, in all five parts of our being. That's intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Right? We're going to expand that physical territory. We're going to expand the spiritual territory. We're going to expand our emotional territory. We're going to expand our mental. And, you know, we're going to expand all those territories, right? So we lift up our glass and we salute those answers. I mean, we salute this moment. But also, in saluting this moment, we also remember that we are laying the foundation in this now for our children to come, so that they will have space to build their pyramids of greatness. So we have to conquer space. We have to conquer time, so that we will be able to allow for their foundation to prosper and to grow. All right, so we lift up our glass right now for this present moment, and now we move to salute our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Those that's running around here now, causing problems for us, you know what I'm saying, making us smile, for those yet to come. We remember them in advance, or I don't know if you could call it remember. We pre-member, I guess you would say. But we salute them before they come. You know what I'm saying? So that when it's our time, they will know to raise their glass for us. So we toast our children, our children's children onto infinity, and we say Ashe. From there, we move to all of our relations, and we lift up our glass and we salute all of our relations, and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we move to that selfish toast. This toast is for you. One of many that we do. We do every day. We toast you. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards greatness? Move towards your greatness, family. What is it? You know what I'm saying? We lift up the glass for you. Ashe. From there, last but not least, I toast the most magnificent, uplifting, inspiring, the greatest person in the room right now. I salute your fine self, your powerful self, your unrelenting self, your being part of the stubborn minority self. You who are worthy to stand in the congregation of the mighty. I salute you. I toast you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, in 100 years. I'm out of it. All right. So, I will see y'all tomorrow. We'll be able to have our drink together. Some of y'all will see you tonight. Elder Renee is graduating, and I'm gonna be there. So I will check y'all out there, and don't be home talking to me about drink some water. Don't be talking that shit, because I'll leave. You know, I just want to see Elder do his thing. We're going to give him his gift. I'm going to come home, close my eyes, wake up, drink me some water. All right? So, all right. This is Brother Hatim. I'm saying peace. Y'all have a magnificent day.